How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels, and welcome back to Avatar: The Last Airbender. This next episode is one that I also don't really remember ever watching as a kid, but the one after it, I know is hype. So I don't know, maybe this next one's cool. Maybe it's a sleeper cool one, but regardless, at the very least, the one after it will be. So let's get into it.
Aren't Airbender stories the best?
Was it realistic? Is that how it was back then?
I laugh at gravity all the time. Gravity.
That was the first time I've ever seen Aang have something close to a god complex. Watch it, Aang. I'm pretty sure laughing at gravity is how you summon Chuya. For anyone confused by that joke, make sure you go and watch my Bungo Stray Dogs reaction series. I do wonder if all airbenders are just like incredibly insensitive about gravity though. Hey, did you hear? That earthbender Quan fell out of an airship. Oh my god, then what happened? He died. He fell like 5,000 feet out of the sky. You mean he fell out of the sky and that's why he died? Oh my god, imagine.
This is where they had the championships for Sky Bison Polo.
Do you think we'll really find airbenders?
You want me to be like you or totally honest?
What is this giant woodchuck Sokka's carving right now? Sokka's just been secretly praying to this gopher deity the entire series. I know it won't, but I definitely want to see this weird totem show up later in the episode.
They really are airbenders.
No, they're not.
This is crazy. A bunch of people pretending to be airbenders colonized the Northern Air Temple. I know this is a fake race inside of a fictional animated world, but I'm almost offended for Aang.
I don't know, Aang. That kid seemed pretty spirited.
Aang's just like, good. My first victim. Aang did not have to flex on this kid this hard. Aang's going up against a kid in a wheelchair and goes, yeah, you're pretty good, but can you do this? I get that they're insulting your culture, but did you really have to bring legs into this?
What do you think?
It's great.
Yo, these guys don't even have to wait for the Fire Nation to wipe them out. Aang's about to do Ozai a favor. This is Aang's literal dystopian nightmare. Look at this biomechanical horror they've got going on here. They like steampunked the Northern Air Temple.
This is supposed to be the history of my people.
Like, did they have to put a pipe through that guy's face? What did you do to the images of my people? We just shoved our pipe in his mouth. You what?
What the doodle? Don't you know enough to stay away from construction sites?
What in the fucking doodle is going on here?
Everywhere, pictures of flying people, but empty, nobody home. Then I came across these fan-like contraptions.
This is what Ed from Cowboy Bebop would be like if she grew up.
We're just in the process of improving upon what's already here. And after all, isn't that what nature does?
Hey Katara, thanks for that. Really supporting Aang's cause here by using his sacred air nomad robes as a tissue.
Unfortunately, progress has a way of getting away from us. Look at the time.
I need an explanation right now. Plus I gotta wrap this up because I have a meeting to get to and oh my goodness, look at the time.
You put spark powder in the candle.
4 flashes, so it's exactly 4 hours past midday, or as I call it, 4-o candle.
Okay, I'm glad I got an explanation, but holy shit, Sokka, calm down. Dude laughs like 8th grade me whenever I was around a crush.
I've changed my mind. I think I was born without that something.
Impossible. Everybody has it.
Jump, coward! Why does everybody sound high in this episode? Did I miss the cactus juice one? Maybe everyone's still buzzing off that.
This is a nightmare.
You don't understand.
You're making weapons for the Fire Nation.
Aang's about to be like, Katara, hold me back!
I pleaded with them. I begged them to spare us. They asked what I had to offer. I offered my services.
Sokka, hold me back!
If I don't give them what they want, they will destroy this place.
How can I be proud of you when your inventions are being used for murder?
Jesus, what a line. They let this kid say murder on Nickelodeon? Also, way to just throw out the "I'm not proud of you anymore, Dad" line. This kid may not be able to kick, but he sure isn't pulling any punches.
Aang, don't get involved.
If I don't get what I came for, the Fire Nation will burn this place to rubble.
Get out of here!
Oh, get slapped, bitch! Some pacifist! I don't know what you guys are talking about. I didn't hit him. It was, it was a wind. Now get out of my office, toots. You're gonna have a real breezy night if you catch my drift.
But then all the hot air would escape. So the question became, how do you keep a lid on hot air?
Ugh, if only we knew.
Katara, Sokka is prepping for war right now. Save it for the open mic night.
That's actually pretty smart.
Okay, we got 4 kinds of bombs. Smoke, slime, fire, and...
Stink. Never underestimate the power of stink.
What the hell is a slime bomb? Where are your bombs? I thought this dude was building weapons of murder. Why are we about to prank the Fire Nation into submission? Oh, never mind. Aang just slimed that dude into an early grave. And then killed literally every other soldier. Oh my god. Look, CGI tanks aside, this whole episode has had some rough animation. Everyone looks sorta off-model and half-finished. There's a lot of like stiff animation going on. It's really weird. I've noticed it throughout like the whole episode, but I didn't bring it up because I just didn't want to like complain for no reason. These CGI tanks really just put the nail in the coffin. Like, if you watch this episode, episode 17, it's weird. Everyone looks weird. Like, did that not all look incredibly strange? Katara's hands are like too big. She looks like short and chubby all of a sudden. The ice is like glowing. It's all like, none of it looks like Avatar. None of it looks like the Avatar we're used to. It feels like the pilot episode, but like the unreleased pilot episode, you know? They clearly just sent it to like a different, like I'm sure a different studio was working on this episode. It's just strange. It's the only one that stood out like this.
What are you doing? That's our fuel source.
It's the only bomb we've got.
Oh, nice. We're finally dropping a real bomb on them. Jesus, I didn't know it was a nuke.
This defeat is the gateway to many victories.
Wow, kinda wild that Sokka's great technological innovation directly helped aid the Fire Nation war machine. That's something you don't hear him talk about very often in Korra, but I guess that makes sense considering who's writing the history books. Brief episode transition. If you like what you're seeing here and you want to get more content not found anywhere else, make sure you consider subscribing to my Patreon. There you'll get access to exclusive videos each month not found anywhere else, access to my own exclusive Discord server, and access to all the recordings of the live streams I've done in the past and will do in the future. On top of that, you'll just be helping out the page a ton and ensuring I'm able to keep putting out as much content as I do. But if you still want extra content and Patreon's not really your thing, I do have a podcast called Otaku's Anonymous, where me and NC Hammer 23 talk about anime, our lives, whatever's going on that current week, and it's a lot of fun. Once again, what are we motorcycling for, huh? It's a ton of fun. The link to that will be in the description below as well. It's called Otaku's Anonymous. Check it out here on YouTube. And now I will, be on the next one. That's a line.
I'm not one to complain, but can't Appa fly any higher?
All right, where is it? Where's the backsass from Katara? Let's hear it.
I have an idea. Why don't we all get on your back and you can fly us to the North Pole?
Oh, never mind. Instead, we got Aang threatening to ride Sokka.
I'd love to. Climb on, everyone. Sokka is ready for takeoff.
Oh, then we got Sokka calling Aang's bluff. You better hope Kyoshi doesn't take the wheel and start clapping those cheeks, my guy. Wait, actually though, why can't Appa just fly higher? Does it take more energy the higher you're flying? Like, I feel like Sokka's got a reasonable point here. Oh, I'm sorry, Aang. Should Appa have perhaps flown higher? This is sick. I like that the Northern Water Tribe has their own little, like, bossing say. Kinda wild, though, that the Northern Water Tribe lives in this grand ice utopia, and the Southern Water Tribe was like one wood hut and a snowman.
This place is beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
Aw, Sokka's got a little crush. I'm sure this little arc won't end in horrible fish-themed tragedy.
Summer and fall, winter, spring, summer and fall.
Yo, let's give it up for Uncle and the Irohs. Where's this little jam band been the entire season? That has to be this tribe's, like, entire vegetable reserve, right? They're in the North Pole. It's not really a place known for its agriculture.
We also celebrate my daughter's 16th birthday. Princess Yue is now of marrying age.
Sokka's like, this girl must be a phone, because I'm about to put a ring on that.
So, you're a princess, huh? You know, back in my tribe, I'm kind of like a prince myself.
God, what a treat to watch the Master at work. Are we sure this episode isn't called the Rizz Master?
My apologies, Prince Sokka.
So it looks like I'm gonna be in town for a while.
I like how Katara just, like, stroked out after that line. Look at her in the corner with her 1,000-yard stare as if the camera isn't on her. Apologies, Your Highness.
I'm thinking maybe we could do an activity together?
Do an activity?
Attaboy, Sokka! Don't act like you don't know what he means, Yue. Fellas, little bit of advice. Ladies love activities. Every time I'm on a first date, I'm taking the girl straight down to the kickball field. I'm sitting them down on the grass, leaning in all nice and slow. And then I tag the fucking shit out of them. And then I'm running. Now you want to get a good serpentine maneuver on your run, right? Otherwise, they're gonna tag you right back in an instant.
For the last time, I'm not playing the Sungi horn.
Well, what do you want me to do, Zuko? They killed my bandmates!
I think there's been a misunderstanding. You didn't tell me your friend was a girl. In our tribe, it is forbidden for women to learn waterbending.
Why are all of the water tribes sexist? And only the water tribes? I appreciate the consistency, I suppose. Just weird that the sexism spans both of the poles.
What do you mean you won't teach me? I didn't travel across the entire world so you could tell me no.
Honestly, you didn't travel across the entire world so he could tell you yes either. You're here to help Aang learn waterbending, remember?
If you won't teach Katara, then
Then what?
I won't learn from you.
Well, have fun teaching yourself. I'm sure you'll do a great job.
I'm sure he will too. He's already a pretty great waterbender.
Boy, your dad sure knows how to throw a party.
I'm happy you enjoyed yourself.
Well, it wasn't as much fun after you left.
Yo, this girl doesn't stand a chance. Sokka's like, you a what? A 10? 'Cause you're goddamn right. That was sick. That was so cool. I love how their practice dummies have, like, the chakra lines drawn on them.
You're moving the water around, but you're not feeling the push and pull.
I'm trying.
That wasn't a drink? First off, what a hardcore assassination attempt. Any assassination attempt in a kid's show is, like, inherently hardcore, but still. Second, I love how you can see him, like, bend a bubble of fire around him the split second before the explosion hits.
Hi, Princess Yue. I made you something. I carved it myself.
It's a bear.
Actually, it's supposed to be a fish.
We literally just saw Sokka carving a pristine woodchuck the other episode.
I'm waiting, little girl.
No. No way am I apologizing to a sour old man like you!
I always forget that Katara has this, like, hidden rage power that's completely abandoned by Season 2.
So, you decided to show up? Aren't you gonna fight?
Lady, please, my house is this way. Just leave me alone.
Study closely.
Contrary to my previous comments, the animation in this episode absolutely bangs. And hopefully seeing these two episodes side by side like this in this video will help illustrate my point a little better.
You can't knock me down! Go, Katara!
Oh my gosh, it's throwing hands! It's so rare that you see benders throwing punches and kicks, but when they do, it's so cool. I love the idea of a waterbender who uses their element less for offense and more to like get in close to their opponent so they could take them down with their fists. I also like that she's kind of bad at it, because of course she would be. She's a 12-year-old fighting a 40-year-old man. The only thing kind of silly about this episode is that it kind of demonstrates Katara being a way better waterbender than she's ever been previously. Like, the show opens and she can hardly lift a bubble. What has it been, like a couple weeks since then, and now she's slicing off ice discs at this guy? Why does she need to be trained anyway? She's already kicking this dude's ass. Dude, this is like the best fight of the entire season. Like, I love that that wave didn't take her out. She just took a second to breathe, to like collect herself, come up with a strategy. This episode has like single-handedly turned Katara into a complete badass. I feel like everyone in the crowd was just waiting for Katara's head to roll off her body.
I thought we would have a long, happy life together. I loved her.
But she didn't love you, did she?
Katara, settle down.
It was an arranged marriage. Gran wouldn't let your tribe's stupid customs run her life. That's why she left.
Katara, settle down! You've almost got this dude on your side. Your comments are not winning him over. My grandmother never loved you, and she hated your stupid culture, didn't she? Anyway, are you gonna train me now or what?
It must have taken a lot of courage.
Go get her.
Shut up, Aang.
What do you want from me?
A smooch!
It's okay. You don't have to say anything. I'll see you around, okay?
Thank you. And that is episode 17 and 18 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Episode 17 has good qualities, hidden deep beneath its bad ones. The animation is whack. Perhaps that's nobody's fault. But it's like, I like the concept, but it's like, I don't know. It just feels weird, and it's probably the animation, but it just doesn't feel like an Avatar episode. It feels like a black sheep of an episode. I like the idea that it introduces Sokka being like inventive and like strategic, so that's good. I like that it's kind of bolstering the idea of like airbending is sort of like a way of life more than just like a set amount of rules and like culture. Like, I like that Aang sees the spirit of an airbender in the kid in the wheelchair. I also like that it introduces the idea of like good people working for bad means just to stay alive. Like, that's pretty good. But yeah, it just like feels weird. It like all the ideas feel kind of half-baked. Since these characters don't show up again until season 3, I believe, it feels a little, like, strange. And it's not like Jet, where, like, Jet will come back in a big, meaningful way. Like, I'm pretty sure these characters just show up in, like, an endgame-esque, like, cameo sequence. However, episode 18 rules. It's so good. It's one of the better episodes. It's not the best episode, but it clearly, like, and again, it's a lot of animation. Like, the animation is probably the best of the season in this episode, and that really helps it a ton, but the fight with Katara is so good. Just so great. But yeah, as always, let me know what you guys thought of these episodes in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite joke of the video was. It really helps me and Tom come up with TikToks and such, and I will see you all next time. Lay down, let the tide soar.